Hey guys, Dr. Zippers here, and today I'm reviewing one of my latest figures, and this is the Silent with open mouth and lightning hand effects from Wave 2D. Now this figure came out in like the first week of November. Yes, it was the first week of November, and originally they only showed it as a closed mouth Silent, and then they had a open mouth Silent. Now, before I start, I've just got to tell you that obviously the tablecloth is back on. If you watched my video, one of my Christmas countdown videos the other night, I think it was, might have been last night, but yes, the tablecloth's back on, and I was going to review it just on an empty table like I did last Christmas, but I've decided that I sat down, looked, and I really didn't like it. So I decided to quickly make a very quick display, and I've included the D8 for the robot, Magnus Gorilla, Mr. Sin, and the Voyage of the Damned gift set, pretty much as usual, just without the character building set. So hang on, let's straighten that. That's a bit better. It was a bit wonky. But yeah, so I made a very quick display, and now today this is going to be one of the last reviews on this table. So alright, let's get going with the review. I'm going to start off about some facts of the figure, which I already have said. I said a few, but now I'm just going to say that someone asked me, was I annoyed that the skin was grey? And no, I'm not, because this is nearly there. We are nearly completely accurate. The skin is nowhere near as grey and glossy as the Wave 1B Silent, and it is nowhere even further away from the Wave 1A Pink Silent. It's a mixture of them both. It's basically had a slight hint of pink, and the gloss of the grey Silent is taken away. However, it's still not quite there. It needs a bit more pink. But the first thing I saw when I got it was how much closer to the Silence the skin colour is. Also, this figure comes with 2 lightning bolts, which I didn't like because I like to have them with 1 lightning bolt. So my genius plan was to put it into the other lightning bolt into the hand of the Wave 1A open mouth Silent. However, these fingers are slimmer than both releases of the Silence, so the lightning does fit in the other Silent's hands, but it is not a good fit, and if you knock it even gently, it will fall out. So that is a change of these figures. The fingers have been slimmed down, which, look, I don't think is accurate, but that's really based on your opinion. Other thing is the suit is still glossy. The tie is exactly as glossy as the Wave 1B Silence, but the suit is slightly glossy, which is good because they were wet in the episodes. However, it's not as glossy as the Wave 1B Silence. Okay, so before I get on with that, I've got to have a look at the packaging, because this comes in the lovely new style packaging, which is going back to the series 1 to 4 style packaging of having a TARDIS shaped bubble. Now this looks absolutely amazing on the packaging. However, I still think it doesn't fit as well as it did on the old style packaging. So in my opinion, they have to make this bit bigger before they can carry on with it. So if we just have a quick look, we have highly detailed action figure, Series 6. It doesn't say new for Series 6 anymore, it just says Series 6, and it doesn't say whatever it did say there, I can't remember. It said something about it being, it said highly detailed posable action figures. Someone tell me what it said there. Well, actually don't bother, because I'll be able to look in a few minutes. Alright, so then we got the Doxy logo, which has stayed the same, and down the bottom we have Silent with open mouth and lightning effect hands. And if we have a quick look on the back, we can see the figures available in Wave 2D. Now, the wave contains every figure of Wave 1C again, just in the new style packaging, not with flesh or anything, just with that new packaging. However, it doesn't include the corroded Cyberman with chest damage. It just includes the face damage one re-released with shock hands, and to replace the chest damage, it's released the limb damage one with shock hands. However, I'm not certain whether you can still get the face damage Cyberman without the shock hand as part of Wave 2D, or is it still just in Wave 1C? Also, another thing to note quickly about the Cyberman, I've worked out, you probably all worked this out ages ago, but for the face damage one, it's got more chest damage than chest damage one. They have plates on them, like where it's been bolted up and patched up. That's how they're judging the damage. I'll go into that because I got the review of the face damage and chest damage one to come. Also, we've got the 11th Doctor with Beard, the Silent with open mouth again, the Astronaut. That's the River Song variant. I'm pretty sure, I don't think the Melody one is available in Wave 2D. Side mats and the Peg Soldier. As always, this product is a 5+, and on the back it retains the new for Series 6 and highly detailed posable figures. And down the bottom, as always, we have important product information. I just went and had a look, and the other bubble on the front said fully posable ! Okay, so I've just had a thought that I should have reviewed a Cyberman before this, because now we've got 2 Cybermen in a row to come. Next. Alright, let's go back to this Silent. This is a absolutely lovely figure, and it's got some amazing features to it, such as the lightning. Really, that's the best part of it. However, the lightning has been made it's a bit tacky at the front there, because it sort of comes to this flat point. But yeah, overall it looks good. And now, to start off with, I'm going to take the lightning out of his hands, which is very simple. It just comes out. And we're going to have a look at his detail and his articulation. Then we're going to have a little talk about the lightning. So if we start off with the face, once again, as with the other Silent, he is absolutely lovely. We've got an orange eye in there, 2 orange eyes, which look gorgeous. We've got his weird heart-shaped nose, and we got his open mouth. Going around the head, we still retain this awesome bone structure we can see, very accurate, and we got all these like wrinkles and parts of his head that have been coloured black, looking absolutely amazing. These are some of the best figures character have done. We have got some nice wrinkles in the back of his head, and all over the head it's still not completely smooth, which looks amazing. You can see that this creature has a skull, and then coming around to the front, that just looks amazing. The head on these figures is absolutely fantastic. If you want a more detailed review of that, check out my review of the open mouth Silent from Wave 1A that you can find back. I did it back in the summer. So going down, we have the suit, which has been given this wrinkle effect all over, which presumably is because of the wetness and the slime on these characters. Going around back to the front, we have got a front breast pocket, and we have some small buttons down the suit, and we have got the tie and the white shirt again. Going down, we have his hands, which are pretty much the same on both sides, so I'll only review one if I can hold it up long enough to get focus. There we go. There's not much detail to these compared to the Wave 1A and 1B because of the fingers being smaller. However, we still have the wrinkles and the bone structure and veins running through his hands, and they look awesome. Going back down, where were we? Oh yeah, we were going down to his trousers. There is nothing special on each of the legs, either, even not each, but still, really nothing special. And even his shoes are the plainest shoes I've ever really seen. However, because of the face, this figure isn't getting marked down because of the lack of detail on his body. But as you can see there, we have some small shoe laces right at the top, holding the shoes together. So that is the detail of the figure, which you could say isn't very good. However, it is good because the silence, they were just wearing a suit, weren't they? Nothing special. Now, I'm not going to bother standing him up because we're going straight onto the articulation, which we're going to have a look at now. And as you can see, the head has no articulation at all, unfortunately. And then we have the awesome ball jointed arms that were really first found on the Silence, because now they're quite standard. They were on previous figures a while ago, but now they've become really a standard point of articulation. The first figures that really had them as a standard were these figures. And then we have, 90 degrees like that, 360 at the shoulder, and then we have 360 in the biceps at the second joint. Then we have 90 degrees at the elbow. And then once again, have we got wrist? No, we have no wrist articulation on mine. However, on that hand we do, so that's probably just because that joint's stuck on mine. So I'm saying we do have wrist articulation. If we just pull his arms out a bit, going down, we have 360 at the waist, legs split, move like that. We have second joint in the thigh which spins. These figures are hard to pick up on camera because of the black. Then, as I've just shown there, we have a 90-degree knee bend. It goes up and down, up and down. And then going down, we have no foot articulation down here, unfortunately, at all. So yeah, that is the articulation of this Silent figure. So now I'm just going to take him away, and we're going to have a look at the lightning he come to. Then we're going to bring him back, and I'm going to show you how to put the lightning onto the figure. So if we take them and take him away, we have the lightning. Now this lightning is exactly the same in both arms, hands, whatever you want to say they are. So I'm just going to show you the one. Okay. If we can get focus on it, which is going to be a bit tricky, I think. I've got an idea. You have to look at it a bit upside down. As you can see, we have got a whole lightning effect. If you collect or collected whatever Star Wars figures, so you might still collect them, you might have just started, you might have stopped and moved on to Doctor Who figures like I have. It's a very similar lightning to they normally use for the Sith figures, because they bring most of the Sith figures have lightning with them, like Count Dooku and Emperor Palpatine, but it's very similar to that. And you got this whole lightning effect, and at the end we have got the bit that the only bit I don't really like is this weird flower shaped flat bit at the end, which I never really liked, even when the images came out even, but I still think it's better than just having an end. And then once again, the whole thing is made out of rubbery plastic, so it just bends like so. Sorry, I didn't really have to focus that bit. Never mind. And here we have the impressive finger slots. Now I was trying to work out how it attaches to his body. Now it's very simple, and for this demonstration I'm going to switch over to this lightning because it's easier to have his left arm closer to me. Oops. Is that right? Was I talking right? Hang on. Yeah, I was making sense then, I hope. So we take his hand, find the finger holes, and just slide them in. And I have made a mistake, it should have been the other one all along. Sorry guys, I'm so stupid, and look at me, I'm just throwing them everywhere. Is that right now? Yes, it is. The fingers just slide in, line them up, and they slide in like that. There we go. All in. Then, once we get a focus, you can see. Silent with lightning effect. And it works exactly the same on the other hand over here, as I will demonstrate once I have another focus. There we go. We just twist it around a bit so it's easier. It's harder to do it like this. And then they just slide in like that. So then you have a Silent with two lightning bits, sorry about that shaking, coming out of his hands and displayed like that if you want, which looks a bit strange, but still the best way for me, in my opinion, to display them is to get that bit there. I normally would have it higher, but for the camera I'm just bringing it down like that, and bring that arm out like that, and take, that can stay in, but I'd say take that out, and then keep him like that. Because that looks like the bathroom scene in the Oval Office with Amy and that woman, I think she was called Joy. Anyway, yes, that is the Silent with lightning effect hands. Now, I've got to rate this figure, and I give it a well-earned 10 out of 10. Because it's the lovely Silent figure we all know and love. Some of us prefer the grey, some of us prefer the pink. However, this is pretty much exact to the colour, because we all admitted that even if we preferred the pink or the grey, it wasn't exact. This is nearly there. Maybe if they do another release of the Silent at some point, I don't know how they would, but if they did another one, then maybe we would have the right colour. So that gives it a very well earned 10 out of 10, and it comes with some amazing accessories. The lightning, and they fit. It's a brilliant system. They fit into his hands perfectly. I'm pretty sure that it works the same for the Cybermen, but when I open them, I will have a look at that. And yeah, 10 out of 10 for this figure. Other news, well, I will be doing day 8, of my 10 days of Christmas later on today, and hopefully tomorrow if I get time. Well, I'll definitely be finishing off my Christmas figure adventure, and yeah, I'll maybe be reviewing the Cyberman, the Corroded Cyberman with limb damage. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.